Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an Object 261. It's a Tier 10 Soviet SPG located on the southwest spawn of Karelia under the command of the Bassman from Hell. Now, last time you saw him in action in the Object 261, he got an ace tanker. That was in a grand battle. This time round, he's on Karelia, and I think he's actually coming to the idea that this Arty is actually significantly better than the Conqueror gun carriage, and I happen to agree with him because its fire rate is so much higher. You can pump out rounds left, right and centre, and that means there's a lot of damage you can collect on the enemy. Okay, well, he's taking it right to the edge of the map, but to a position where you can actually get shots down the south pass, trying to hit the enemy tanks as they're trying to get to the horseshoe. But he's noticed there's some enemy tanks up on the north side of the map, taking the north route. Rounds out on an Object 430, I think it was there. A 430? No, an Object 140 was up there. In fact, there's more than one tank there, because I did notice that some trees were being knocked down whilst the 140 was moving about. So yes, I think there's a few tanks on that corner. Meanwhile, on this side of the map, we can see an Object 277 making a dash for the rocks.
That was close. That's wrong. Wait. That was close.
Yes, we have got the Klaus mod. I know some of you have actually said, oh, it's a bit too much. In fact, one person said, oh, I'm not going to watch this channel anymore. Well, that's a bit of a pity, but that's your choice if you wish to. I actually rather like the Klaus mod, actually. For years I've been saying, that was Klaus, when it was, that was close, but now we actually do get somebody saying it, and it's almost like I've got a co-commentator.
That was close.
Another near miss on the Object 277. He's picked up stun assist as well from the shots that came from his colleague in the other Arty. 3 Arties either team on this one. I know a lot of players have also been saying, oh, 3 Arties a battle is just too many. Well, as I keep pointing out to those players, if you didn't have 3 Arty in some battles, then you'd have absolutely no battles with no Arty at all. It's simple maths. You see, Wargaming has to put the Arty players into battles because people select Arty. They like Arty and they play Arty regularly. And if they didn't put 3 Arty into some battles, they wouldn't be able to offer you no battles.
That was close.
Any battles with no Arty. That 277 is not going to last long, only with 39 hit points. I think he's just waiting for the reload on one of them. The AMX-50B must be in reload. Oh, no, he had one shot left. Now, the T92 HMC might have a very big shell, 24 centimetre. The GWE 100 has a 21 centimetre shell, and they both got very long reloads, but it's actually the short reload of the 18 centimetre shell on the Object 261 that makes it so attractive. 25.95 seconds, and that's very comparable to a 155mm howitzer, let's say tier 7 or tier 8 for that matter. But this is an 18 centimetre howitzer shell, and it's capable of doing 900 alpha, not the 700 you get from a 155mm. And it's got a burst radius of 10 meters, which is again comparable with tier 8s, but it's also got that fast reload, which is so useful, because if you want to pump out the ammunition at the enemy, you need to have something that can fire off quickly. He's been spotted. It's an EBR, and the EBR is going after the T92 and the GWE, and of course they're not loaded, so they can't do anything about it. But the Bassman's almost about to load. Oh! The EBR hit the rock, but now Bassman, he's reloading, he's almost ready, takes a round from the EBR, but he's loaded, and he shotguns the EBR at close range. Take that, you beast. Unfortunately, we lost both the other Arty, the GWE and the T92, so we are kind of short on Arty now, but Bassman is still in action. He's still got the fastest loading Arty in the team. And of course he's a very capable player. T100E4. Tier 10 tank destroyer. Fires the round in. Direct hit. It's a good job he does have the sixth sense, because that gave him a good alert that there was something very close by that was watching him. Looking towards the horseshoe, hoping he might be able to get that AMX 13105. If you're hearing a bird in the background, that's my pet bird, Reggie. He gets very excited sometimes during these battles. Okay, the E4's moved down from the passes, clawing to that rock, hoping to use it for cover, but Bassman should be able to put a shell accurately onto him.
That was fucking close!
Yes! It was very close. It's funny because I was speaking with Zoballs and D-Tronics, the two people who managed to generate this mod, and they said that Klaus did say one other saying, which they captured, but they didn't know whether they could put it in because it was just too rude. Oh, beautiful shot! Right between the rocks. Hits the enemy tank hiding behind for 356 hit points. The Object 430U probably thought he was safe, but he wasn't. And that T110E4, he's very low on hit points now. A splash would be enough to kill him. And I think that's what Bassman intends to do. He's going to put a round right through that bush. Rounds out. Didn't get the kill. It didn't come up at least. Well, we're 4 tanks down on the enemy at the moment still. But we've been in more difficult situations than this. And remember, he's such a good Arty player that he can turn the tables on the enemy. He can get kills. And there is the T110E4. Can he get that guy? Dials it in, rounds out. Hits the rock face. But he's still got 8 rounds. We lost the AMX 50B, but there's still a grid of 15 on that corner. And he has been spotted. And I think it might be that AMX 50B that can see him. So he's decided to change position because there's still 3 enemy Arties in the game. He's auto-aimed on to the AMX-50B. He's not even bothering to go to the overhead aim. Yeah! Oh, yes, he does it! Takes out the AMX-50B, but now he's going to have to change position because the gorilla was killed. And now we've got an FB4005 and an Object 430U coming in. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, he just got hit by an AP round from the FB4005, and that was the end of his game. Only 2 left on his team now. One of them takes out the FB4005. In fact, it was the Object 2684. But the enemy is now capping. Yep, sadly he didn't survive the battle on this occasion. And we can't see the enemy capping, and it looks like the 2684 and the 277 are reluctant to come out from around that corner. They do know that there's enemies in close proximity. In fact, the 430U Only the 2684, but I don't think they are on there. They've reset the cap. They've reset it to try and get the kill on 2684. Only 6 hit points left. He is going to die now. Yep, finally it's the AMX 13105 that gets the kill shot that finishes the game. So he couldn't turn the tide on this occasion, but he did get an awful lot of damage. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and we'll see how well he did. Well, third class tanker for the Baseman from Hell and the Object 261. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. And he got a Gore's medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And that's an epic medal. And he got 4,626 as the win 8. If we look at the team score, we can see he did get the highest damage in the game, 4,314 hit points, but no high caliber. And I'm rather puzzled as to why he didn't get the high caliber, because he didn't do any team damage at all. And that is the highest score, and I would have thought that was at least 20% of the enemy hit pool. You can see that 2684 got a cool-headed, and the T110E4 got a Spartan in that game. Yeah, it's amazing that he didn't kill the E4 because he did try to splash him several times. When it came to kills, we can see that it was actually the E4 who managed to get the highest number of kills. 3 kills to him, 2 kills to the 50B, the GWE100, EBR105, he got the 2 Arty, but I'm surprised he didn't get the Pascucci's. I'm wondering actually if he did kill 2 Arty, or if it was somebody else who actually killed them, possibly the enemy Arty in the end. And of course, Baseman from Hell also got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's the EBR105 who did the best. 854 for him, 840 for the GWE100, 779 for the T110E4, and the Baseman picked up 414 base experience points from that game. He fired 13 rounds, got 5 direct hits and 2 penetrations, 9 splash. Damage of 4,314 hit points, of which 3,014 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both penetrations, both from the EBR, well, one from the EBR, one from the FP4005, sorry. And also 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and 1,215 hit points of stun assist of 9 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 58,455 credits and got 6,839 for Courageous Resistance, bringing up a total of 65,294 credits. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he actually made a loss of 7,585 credits for the game. He earned 621 XP, 378 for Courageous Resistance, and took away 999 experience points altogether. He says, I used to think CGC was the best tier 10, then he discovered the Object 261. Well, yes, the different Artys in a sense, the CGC, the Conqueror gun carriage, does have a very big footprint, but it also has a very, very long load time, and of course it's slightly shorter range than the Object 261, which can fire over the entire battlefield. It's not only got a quicker reload, but it's also quicker to dial in because it's got a very narrow arc of fire, but that is compensated with by the fact that they dial in much quicker. So it is a good Arty. In fact, I actually prefer the 261 to the T92. So although I have managed to get very good results on both of those. So yes, a nice game by Baseman in terms of damage, but unfortunately he just couldn't carry his team all alone, and eventually it was going to be very difficult to win. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thanks for watching.